Hey guys, so today I was in San Francisco and I thought, you know what, this is probably the perfect time to talk about all the things that I hate about San Francisco. And I think there's about 7 of them, but yeah, we'll see. I'll probably think of more as I sit here. So I'm over here somewhere, I think I'm near the Sunset District. I don't know, I can't keep track of these things, but let's start the list, shall we? So first of all, I would say is the space. There is no space here. There is like 3 or 4 feet between every house, and that's about it. You know what I mean? And the whole thing is like that. You got 4, 5, maybe 8 million people here. I'm not sure. Probably 8 million people in this area, and it's all just crammed together. And number 2, as you may have guessed, is parking. Parking here is a complete bitch, and that is because there's no room. There's no room at all. You can't you try to park somewhere and it's difficult to get a spot. Everything is, on top of that, there's street cleaning. So you can't even leave your car out overnight and you get a ticket. Yeah, if you've ever tried to park in San Francisco, you know it's next to impossible. You'll spend hours looking for a parking spot if you try to get one that's close to the place you're trying to go. And if not, you're going to pay $15 for an hour of parking. Number 3, let's see, what's number 3? Number 3 is something that happened to me just about, 3 or 4 hours ago. I was at a little breakfast place getting some food, and I got this bread and egg sort of thing. And that's fine. That was like a $8 dish, and that's cool. Food's expensive here. But what's not cool is the price of the drink. I paid $7 for 1 glass of orange juice. Can you believe that? And that's just typical for San Francisco. The price of food here when you go out is unbelievable. It's absurd. $8 for a glass of orange juice. And here's the thing. I had to wait 5 minutes between getting my food and then getting my orange juice. So by the time I was halfway done with my meal, I got my drink. Not worth it. I don't care if it's fresh pressed and organic. It's way too expensive. Number 4 would have to be probably the lack of political diversity here. Virtually everyone I know in the Bay Area, in San Francisco in particular, is definitely not on the side of Republicans. Most of them are liberal, and they don't bother to question really any of the information that they're fed. And it's fine to have your political preferences, but when everyone's just trying to conform, that's kind of gross. It's just a bunch of people packed together in tight spaces all trying to agree on, we believe in this, and it's freedom and diversity and blah, blah, blah. And that's about as deep as most of them are willing to go, unfortunately. 5 would have to be the people. Most of the people here that I see, I'd say probably about 20% are actually basically brain dead. There's a lot of good people, don't get me wrong. I know this video is kind of me just hating on stuff I don't like, and that's kind of the point. A lot of good people, but there's definitely a percentage that's just completely retarded. I had a friend here who lived here for a few months. He said that out of all the places he's lived, this is by far the worst. People won't look you in the eyes when you walk down the street, and they don't say hi to you. And I can attest to that personally. Most of the time, people try to ignore whatever's going on around them. And 6 would have to be the people, but specifically the 0.000% that are these zombies. Now, I'm not kidding. There are actual living zombies on the streets of San Francisco. They come out at night. They're homeless people. They walk around, and it's weird. They group up in large areas on the corners of certain streets, and it's to the point where you'll literally cross the street to avoid them because they group up on the sidewalk, and you'll see like human feces around them and maybe some vomit and needles and drugs. It sounds like it sounds almost unreal. It sounds like not the kind of thing that you would just see in a movie, but no, it's real. That's San Francisco for you. There's some really, really wacky people around here who I guess have never realized that, maybe you should get yourself $100 and get a fucking bus trip out to literally anywhere else. The cost of living here is far too expensive. You're never going to find housing. Oh, and that leads me to number 8. Number 8, guys, is the housing here. My gosh, the housing here is about 3 times more expensive than the national average. You're going to pay $3,000 a month and, barely get a room. There's people here, spending, $1.5 grand for a tiny bedroom that they're sharing with 6 other people. I had a friend just a few hours ago tell me that, there's people who have to share beds in the mission because there's so little options, which is also kind of gross. The housing here is atrocious. I mean, I think the only place that comes close is going to be New York. More reasons why I need to get out of this area. I live down south, but I come up here quite a bit. Let's see. I wonder if there's anything else on my list. I think I'm wrapping this video up. Oh, taxes. Taxes here are atrocious. Taxes in all of California are atrocious. In Santa Clara, at least where I'm from, it's something like almost 9%. Maybe it's like 7.9 or something. 8% of everything you make is just taken by the government. It's ridiculous. Meanwhile, they're asking the federal government for more money for help for whatever. It's like, how bad are you at managing the money here? You tell them you don't have enough? Literally everyone around here is your customer. You've got all these massive startups that are raking in tons and tons of money from all around the world. You don't have money? Oh yeah, and then the other thing I wanted to mention is how overworked everyone is here. Everyone around me is just working all the time, and that's due to the cost of living. People have 2 jobs, or maybe they're making $100K a year, but they can barely afford to get by due to the cost of housing and other stuff, as I've mentioned. $6 for a glass of orange juice, $7 for a glass of orange juice. So I'll tell you something. I think also as a result of that, that's one of the reasons why relationships do so poorly here. Facebook found in their research that relationships that happen in the Bay Area are the least likely to succeed for more than 2 years. People always break up after more than 2 years, generally, compared to the rest of the United States. And I suppose that's not really surprising, given that, granted, there's a zillion options. There's 14 million people in the general vicinity, and B, tons of resources. It's not like you really need to survive by staying in a relationship. And I think the state health care is also pretty, at least they're trying to get more of it. I don't know. But I would imagine that working all the time, working every day, working all night is a huge problem. Oh, and one other thing, the traffic. Have I mentioned the traffic? As a result of everyone working so hard all the time, constantly, and the fact that there's, millions of people all within 50 miles of each other, the traffic is awful. It'll be 9 p.m. at night and there's still going to be traffic. Traffic, all day, all night. Well, not all night. Probably after about 9 p.m. is when it starts to get better. But, the sun can be setting and there will still be traffic. It's pretty bad. And like I said, people don't have a lot of time to have relationships here, which is such a fucking shame. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll be at the Freedom Rally in Berkeley on the 15th, so that should be interesting. Lauren Southern will be there, along with the Antifa horde of retarded commies. I don't know why they can't tolerate people's free speech. They think we're racist. I'm sorry. What? How are we racist? I still haven't understood that. This idea that all races are exactly the same, and that anyone who would point out any differences between races is somehow hates them or wants them to die. It's ridiculous. These people are retarded. They have no room for any sort of thought outside of their own tiny little indoctrinated brains, Soros-funded groups or whatever they are. So, yeah, look forward to that. That should be fun. If there's any other incidents or areas in the Bay Area you'd like me to check out, I can go there. I can interview people. I'd say I've got nothing else to do, but that's not true. I've got a lot of other things to do. But I care about you guys. So leave a comment if there's somewhere you want me to go and interview, just within the general vicinity of the Bay Area, and I'll see if I can go out there and do it. I'm here to serve you guys, so we'll see what happens. Leave me your comments.